Check 1, 2. Well, YouTube, that microphone check, I should have actually checked it, but something happened with the audio in this whole daggum video. The DJI microphone has gave me nothing but trouble. The last video that I did, I had to redo it over again because there was some crackling. And now this time there's like this high-pitched wee thing, you know, and I couldn't refilm it all over again because I've already took the drums apart. I've already started this whole filming the whole rest of the process of what I was wanting to do, so I couldn't refilm it. And I thought about doing a voiceover, but I found this thing. Hold on. I found this part in Final Cut. I stumbled upon where you can do this voice isolation and do some adjustments, and it kind of gets rid of, it's got some noise removal. I've got all that cranked up. But the rest of the video, sections of it, the audio is like, it's real muted, and because it's super synthesized or whatever, because there's this high-pitched noise going on the entire time. But somehow or another, Final Cut managed to cut it out. So I was going to do a voiceover, but hopefully this will work. If you can't deal with the audio, I understand. Just skip. There's more videos coming. Hopefully I've got the audio fixed. Anyway, on with the video. If you can deal with the muted weird sound. What is up, YouTube? Today I want to start out the video by apologizing for my low energy level today. I might be a little monotone or whatever, but I have this big project that I was wanting to start with my drums, and I'm ready to kind of get started. And I didn't really feel like videoing, but I want to video the process, so I'll kind of explain all that as we go. But anyway, just excuse the mess and my lack of energy. So anyway, let's get started. So this video is going to be like an introduction to like a series of videos that I'm going to do about what I'm going to call like building the ultimate electronic drum set. You know, for me, everything in this whole series is going to be like my opinion. It's not like concrete or anything, but it's just this is like for me. But it's going to be to kind of help other people, because in the video that I did where I wrapped my drum set, I did like a time lapse, and I didn't want to like take everybody's time, but there was actually a lot of people on there that commented, you know, about how to do that. A lot of people commented like, I wished I could do something like that, and it's not that bad. So in this series, I'm going to be like completely rewrapping this whole entire drum set all over again. So what I'm trying to say is this video is just going to be like me rambling and showing you guys kind of like what my plans are, you know, the things to be looking for. I'm going to create a playlist, and I'm probably going to call it like Epic Electric Drum Set or something. I don't know. You go into my playlist and look. I'll put this one in there, and it'll be first. And then each video that I do in this series, I'll just add it to that playlist in case anyone, you know, comes along and finds this video. And, you know, y'all know how playlists work. Anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to show you guys kind of like some of the plans that I got going for what's going on. I don't have everything here that I want, but I have enough to kind of get started and do like, I guess, what phase one of the thing. First, I got my second bass drum. That was one of the big things that I wanted to do with this drum set, is I wanted to have double bass with actual double bass pedals instead of this bull crap of that. The drop shaft drives me nuts. And you can imagine that how much efficiency you lose between that universal joint and there's another universal joint here. And, you know, this whole, and the way they're angled, there's just nothing you can do to make this pedal feel like that pedal. There's just nothing like two single pedals, two bass drums. So finally I got this. I got this thing off of eBay. It was used, but it is in mint condition. I mean, I looked it over with a fine-tooth comb. It doesn't even have any marks, you know, where like a beater has been hitting it. So yeah, this thing is in mint condition. There's not a scratch on it. But I'm about to completely take this thing apart and take all that red sparkle off of it and get rid of that junk, because I don't like it. To each their own, you know. It is pretty. You know, when I got it out of the box, I'm like, holy crap, I forgot, you know, how these drums looked. Because these have been green pretty much since the day I got them. But one of the reasons why, I'll get into the wrap later, but I have enough green chrome to cover this drum. You know, and that would save me a lot of time. Just cover this drum in the green chrome like I did that one, and just move on and do some of the other things I want to do. But all the drums turned out great. Like, these drums are you know, everything's perfect. It's like they come from the factory. But for some reason, the bass drum around the lugs, it's pulled a little bit. And I think, this is just my thoughts, the holes that these lugs go in, they're a little loose. And I think what I did is I tightened them up. I tightened the screw holes up with the lugs back this way, if that makes sense, in like a sloppy hole. And I tightened them up, and then once I tightened the lugs up and stuff, it may have slipped the lug this direction, and that's the reason why it pulled up. And it's weird because like one started doing it, and then a couple of weeks later, another one started doing it. So I'm going to try something totally different on when I go to rewrap them. Instead of sticking the wrap to the red, I'm going to remove the red down to the wood, because this stuff, it's only glued in the seams. It's like, there's no way I can capture this on video, but I can. Maybe you can. You see where I'm mashing on that, and it's moving. Can you see that? See if I can get like a good reflection here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can see the reflection moving. This stuff is loose. They only glued it at the ends where it wraps around it and where it overlaps. It's not glued anywhere in the middle. So I have the same problem with this. See how it's moving? I mean, it's kind of floating, and a lot of companies do that. You know, the wrap just kind of floats on there, and they got it glued on the ends. But the real way to do it is to glue it all the way around. So I'm going to try a different technique. I'm doing a lot of rambling in this video, but that's kind of why I'm going to do a series, so I can just ramble all I want, and I can break it down into multiple videos, and I don't have to worry about talking a whole lot. But anyway, yeah, this rack is just not solid, and I'm planning on adding to this drum set. So this rack has got to go. I have multiple reasons why I spent so much money on this rack. Really because it can work with my acoustic drums, and then I can use it on this drum set in the meantime. But what I have inside this box is 2 DW racks, a side rack that's DW, and then tons of extra hardware. And all these are memory locks. We'll get into that into the video when I do the rack. I've got all this crammed into this box. I couldn't get these 42-inch sections. Everything is curved except for the feet. I couldn't get these 42-inch sections to fit in there. That's okay, because I'm going to be cutting about 10 inches off of these when I build the rack. So then that will fit in there. And then this will be a box that can hold all my hardware, all my cymbal stands. Everything's all Drum Workshop. It's all in there. The cymbal stands is in there. There's tons of other stuff in there. I've got tons of different kinds of fittings, all that stuff. The plastic part that even holds the module on here, this little plastic piece right here, I have one of those. It's metal. I'm really cramped for space in here. I mean, it's really tight. I can just barely walk around it here. I can't even get hardly around it over here at all. So what I would like to be able to do is have the memory lock rack on here, so I could just tear the drums down and be able to quickly put it back together and have memory lock on everything. I'll have the carpet marked where all the rack pieces go, where the drum set goes, and I would say like in 15 minutes I could go from that to this. Also, I'm going to be adding to the drum set. First thing I'm going to do is I've got these 2 8-inch pads. Anyway, I'm going to be mounting these, up here like some Octobons or something. I got 2 of those. Going to be mounting those up. Got all the rack hardware for that. That's going to be some of the stuff that I'm doing. I gotta figure out like a new position. This is not working. I'm thinking about setting them up. Up this way, so I'm actually facing that wall, and you really won't never be able to see the front of the drums ever again. But I think that would give me more room if the drums was over. I wish I could get a wider angle. All right, so there's a little bit wider angle. Yeah, take the drums and turn them to where they're over there, going this way, facing that wall. And I could set the camera up and I think I could have a little bit more room. But I really like being able to get around here, and seeing the front of the drum set, and some shots, with the front of the drum set. I do like that, but it is what it is. So after I get the drums all redone, I get the rack built the way I want it, get this thing into position, get my toms added that I want. I'm going to add the Axii strike pad, multi-pad. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put that, but I'm going to be adding that. And then there'll be some extra pads and stuff that I'll add with that. I'm going to maybe add a third kick drum that will actually just go to that pad. Really planning on expanding this drum set into something huge, and just for me and just for something fun to play. But after all that's all said and done, and I get all that, I'm going to move on to the cymbals, because this hi-hat sucks. That's my second gripe. Actually, my first gripe is the hi-hat. The hi-hat sucks, but it's doable. And then my second gripe is the rack. I love the snare and the toms and the kick drum, how they feel. Not real pleased on the cymbals. So that's going to be like my next thing after that, is I'm going to hunt out the best cymbals situation. And I got multiple ideas of what I'm going to do about that. So first off, what I did is there's a company called Precision Drum Company, and they sell the actual drum wrap, like the stuff that's on the, the drum set. Of course, this is some kind of cheap stuff, but they sell like authentic drum wrap. This stuff's thick. This has like real glitter inside of it. But they will send you a free sample if you call them. You can pause it if you need that information. Gary is the guy that I emailed, and he's a really cool dude. And they'll send you samples. So a couple of years ago, I asked for some samples from them, and they sent me this lime green sparkle here. Let's see if I can get it. Hopefully it's getting it. They sent me this lime green sparkle, and I used to build these electronic cigarettes, and these are some custom ones that we built back in the day. And for my personal ones, I wanted drum wrap, because I was a drummer. I wanted drum wrap to be, inlaid in my serial numbers. So that's where that come from. But I called him up, and I was like, hey, I want to try the green sparkle and the green glitter. So he sent me these. I was like, man, these are not, this is more like an emerald green to me. This is not really the color that I'm looking for. I'm looking for something more like this. So actually I took a picture of these and I sent them to him. And I was like, hey, this is what I got from you once before, and that's what I'm looking for. And he said, oh, that's the lime green sparkle. And that would be a special order, and it would take quite a few weeks to get. Like, they would literally have to make it. And this stuff, I believe it's a 24 by, I can't remember the size. I'll throw it up on the screen right here. It's a 24 by something sheet. And I believe that stuff is $158 for one sheet. And if my math was correct, it would take 3 sheets of that stuff to wrap everything that you see here that I was wanting to wrap. So that was going to be ridiculously expensive. So I do have the the mirror that's on there. I got some of this. Got plenty of that. That's what's on there. I do have that. But then I decided, well, I really, here's my opportunity to change the color. So I get on Amazon, and all this is vivid color, and I can already tell that this is not showing up the way that I'm seeing it. But this is, I believe it's called Viper. Yeah, okay, so I looked it up. This stuff is called Gloss Viper Lime Green, and I ordered a big roll of that. I got it right here. Got a giant roll of that. I ordered that to that was going to be, my new color. And I thought, man, that would look pretty good. It's more of like a lime green that I want. And it's kind of like a pearl, flip-floppy in the, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Hopefully it's showing up on the camera. But that is really neat stuff. But then I'm in like a Facebook group of Axii's Strike Pro, Axii's drum owners, and there's a lot of people in there that have been wrapping their drums and, doing that kind of stuff. And this guy posted a picture of some silver sparkle. It's from a place called Paper Street Plastics. So I go on there and I find this. I find this right here. This right here got me excited. This actually has real glitter in it. And this stuff is kind of designed to, it's made for signs, but they're selling it as drum wrap. And it's kind of designed to leave the paper backing on there versus peel it. Because if you do peel it, let me see if I can peel up a little piece. Because if you do peel it, you can see, dang it. Yeah, if you do peel it, it looks like the glitter tries to come off. But you can see, you know, the actual glitter and stuff on there. So that's pretty cool. And it's hard to pull off that paper. It's not coming off very easy. It's like really, I'm really having to like peel on it to get it off. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to go with. And this stuff, I got this roll right here. This is 24 inches by 30 feet. This is enough to do I don't know how many of these drum sets for $68. A gigantic piece of this stuff for $68 versus the $400 it was going to cost to use the actual drum wrap. So we're definitely going with that. But this stuff right here, I just really love this. This is awesome. So what I'm thinking, and Betsy's going to kill me, is that this is going to go on the gold wing. I'm going to rewrap the gold wing because this is the color that's currently on the gold ring right now. This, just a satin green, right? Look at that. There you go. Now the color's starting to show. This is what's on the gold wing. We'll flash a picture of that up. And this is what I want to put on it. So that's going to be another project for later, is redoing the gold wing and this stuff. So yeah, there's going to be like a series of videos coming out about this. So right now I'm going to start tearing down this drum set, getting it out of the way to get room to rewrap them and everything. So yeah, be sure to look down for the playlist if you want to see what's going on. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.